Massey. I really could have used you 2 weeks ago with that Providence screw job that went on.
I could have been there, but if it weren't for T. Phoenix suspending me for giving a lesson, I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm a teacher. I do suspension, not him, nobody else.
How long have you been in RWA? Pay T off with chicken wings. It works every time.
I can't. Come on. What's it?
Press.
Real press. What's this?
Six.
Oh. We used to. Pay the man.
Here you go, kid. Here's a quarter.
Seriously, a Canadian
Hey, get out of here, kid! That thing's worth more than the US dollar.
Here you go.
Go get an education and get a real job.
At least a quarter, Jesus.
All right.
Hey, I'm not done with that page yet.
I'm a speed reader. Don't you read it fast? Well, I'm a teacher. Okay, how about this? Here. Okay. You read that, I'll read this. Whoa! What? You gotta be kidding me.
What's going on?
Nothing.
What's going on? I mean, I got Grasso returns over here.
Yeah.
TJ Steele's Stan Styles.
You don't want to see the front
What's
page.
going on, man? Come on, let me see.
You're on the front page.
Am I?
Yeah.
That's a first.
Well, USA 1, Canadian 0.
What? Who wrote this crap?
Massey?
Massey, that son of a bitch.
Whoa.
This is
Calm
so
down.
I'm so sick of this.
Hey. 1, 2, 3. Count. 1, 2, 3. All right, I tell it to all my students. Usa. Good. We'll deal with this, okay? Right now we have to deal with those drop-offs. Dropouts.
Yes.
You know, Connor,
Medeiros.
We beat them before. We can do it again. All right?
He's
Calm down. Calm down.
Can't take this freaking pressure.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The WBEX Network, Rob Massey, Bobby Rossi, this guy,
Charles Wolf.
and we are debuting a brand new addition to RWA, made possible thanks to WBEX. It is called the Guerrilla Press. As we saw the video earlier, it is a newsletter for RWA. And hey, check out that top headline. USA 1, Canada nothing. Massey shocks the world.
Certainly shocked
First
me.
win in RWA history.
And kudos again to you, Rob, sincerely. You don't mind yourself, you're kind of in the way. Kudos to my broadcast partner. And you know what, man? Way to stand up for the both in the show that even the boys outside of the ring deserve a little bit of respect inside the ring.
You know, I'll tell you what, we're going to send some people out. I called some guys. Remember Joe, the guy who printed the thing? Right.
I thought he was going to have your...
He really was.
I don't know who writes this
3
thing.
in the morning to reprint it.
Right.
So anyway, he's getting a couple of guys. He's going to get a couple of guys to sell them here tonight to our great RWA audience.
Oh, this is excellent, man. I couldn't
Make
think
a little
of
extra scratch. You're not included.
I'm just going to keep this one. That's 25
Look
cents.
at the beautiful picture on the front page.
I don't know who writes this, but I guess hold on a second, gentlemen.
And well, what are you doing?
I guess Charles Wolf needs to be leaving the.
Are you kidding
don't
me?
clap for these guys. I thought you were getting up to have a piss or something. Clearly, if these guys come out to wrestle, it's piss break time.
What? Yes, I won.
What? Do we need to get Phoenix here? Do we need T. Phoenix?
I think. Okay.
Do me a favor. Teach some proper English when they go.
Proper English.
I'll get right on. Absolutely.
So when did you become buddy?
Men of honor guy?
These two are very talented individuals.
Good wrestlers.
Very underappreciated in RWA in my eyes, especially by the fans.
Underappreciated. They attacked the broadcast table and got physical with us.
We have an educator in our midst, somebody who's trying to better the world for our greatest resource, which is our children. And of course, a man who represents Canada, which is easily to say one of the greatest countries in the entire world.
Oh, I've had a pretty good time in Niagara Falls, but as far as I'm concerned, Canada is a fucking hack.
See, this is the problem. They keep bringing up these misconceptions, and of course the fans just eat it up, and then they get booed. But these two should be respected. They are, of course, men of honor.
Well, here comes the guy who sat in for me, Jim and Jack Connor, and did a heck of a job. And he's being flanked by Ricky Medeiros. Oh, another battle for the United Nations. And Dante, I gotta point it out because it's the truth, is staring a hole in the guy who bested him 2 weeks ago.
I think he's just trying to get a good look at the Gorilla Press here and see what this headline is all about, because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be too happy if he could meet the man who wrote it.
We got tag team action here. Man of Honor, Chris Sterling, off of his suspension for assaulting Bobby Rossi
Mr.
on
Sterling.
September 7th.
Mr.
Correct.
Sterling.
Mr. Sterling.
Mr. Sterling, Charles Wolf. See, we're getting it.
There's some more of those death rays coming from Dante's gaze.
Is that why we have
believe-
Is that why we
I
have these
believe-
chairs, so that we don't get assaulted here? Because they're not going to pick up one of these chairs. So
Who knows? You'd be surprised.
excuse me.
Wait, Chris Sterling has a microphone.
We're about to have an educator speak. I'm going to take my headphones so I can listen.
2, 3.
Oh, good.
Eyes on Dante and me.
We have our attention, gentlemen. Well, the fans actually make a very good point. Dante and me, not me and Dante, it's Dante and I.
Yeah, that's correct grammar.
And he did tell you to teach us the proper English. That did happen.
Well, there are times when you can say your name and me referring to someone else, and it is proper English according to grammar rules. Of course, we all know that the English language, there are plenty of exceptions. And speaking of exceptions, we have two exceptional men in this ring right now.
Well, it's going to be Mr. Sterling and Ricky Medeiros, as Dante has something.
He's teaching them science in there. This is great. You get a match and a lesson.
Nice waist lock. Ricky Medeiros being taken right over. Trying to just fire up on Chris Sterling.
Wow. Sterling just asserting his dominance over him.
Now Sterling, nobody home as Ricky Medeiros climbs to the high rent district. And a big crossbody caught by Chris Sterling. Wait a minute, Jammin' Jack Connor is in the ring. And now a drop kick. And Ricky Medeiros is a cover. 1, 2, and Dante tries to take a swipe to break it up. All we wanted was an interview.
Could have been resolved very simply, but nonetheless, Men of Honor in action here. Ricky Medeiros showing off his speed, literally running circles around Mr. Sterling.
And just a kick right to the mush of Mr. Sterling. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and Sterling kicks out. Now, can I just say Sterling
No,
when he
it's
kicks out?
Mr. Sterling. You should refer to him by his proper name at all times. He is, like I said, an educator. They have earned that title of respect. You don't call a teacher by their last name.
Covered by Jammin' Jack Connor.
Miss or Mr. on their last name.
Nonetheless, Jack Connor just gave Mr. Sterling every bit of his size 11s with that drop kick, man. Reeling on his feet is the bigger guy right here.
Connor, he's going to need more than that to try to get Sterling into the other corner. A couple of kicks, and he just muscles. Nope, reverse. Sterling's going to charge, ducking, well, actually jumping over the top rope. And Jack Connor has Sterling's tie and just pulled him right into the turnbuckle.
Now the referee should be taking control of this. I mean,
It's not a weapon, it's part of his gear.
that can't be legal to pull somebody's necktie.
Who wears a necktie in a wrestling match?
An educator.
Sterling
An
trying to-
asshole.
Sterling trying to fix his tie. Jammin' Jack trying to go for that drop kick. He busted his knee on the landing, and now a big chop block.
Oh, his knee is not right. Oh, his knee is not right.
Intelligent move by Mr. Sterling, though, to target it.
Intelligent, if you ask me, that's just low brow.
Like shark to blood in the water, you know? You smell that blood and you go after it.
Now just a kick. Dante to Jack Connor. First time Dante's been in the match. Now, working the knee of jamming Jack Connor is Dante, your Canadian hero, because he ain't mine.
He's all of our Canadian hero.
And now there's a headbutt right to the knee and a chop. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Those chops don't feel good, folks. I can tell you that firsthand. Big headbutt by Dante.
How do those headbutts feel?
Full of anger here tonight. More headbutts right to the chest of Jack Connor.
It's hard to not be biased, but I really don't. I'm really rooting for Connor and Medeiros. I can't lie.
What I want to see is a top tag team in this company to come out on top. And the Men of Honor have established themselves as one of the top tag teams here.
They're talented as a tag team. It's how they carry themselves.
Okay, look, we're doing
over.
our job.
I don't know what your issue is
Dante, we're
anymore.
just doing our
We've
job
resolved
from
our
here.
situation.
Please, we have to call this match. We don't.
You're kind of in the way of
Come
what
on.
we're trying to do here.
Thank you.
Well, that was frightening.
Yeah, to say the least. You haven't been dealing with this kind of shit for the past month.
Nice dragon
Dragon
sleeper. Thank you. Dante kind of threw me off there.
I understand, man. Get synced off you.
And now, choking out Jack Connor on the bottom rope, that's probably like top 5 in his moveset.
He didn't choke him out, he pulled the rope.
He grabbed the top of his head and he pulled it down on the rope first.
He was making sure that the rope was adjusted so
Oh,
that...
come on.
Are you kidding
I
me?
am sick of this guy.
And now Ricky Medeiros distracting Steve Moshe. There was a tag by Dante. Moshe didn't see that, and they're still working Jack Connor's knee.
Wow. And that was intended for one half of the... And here's Rob Massey coming off the booth, letting him know how it's done. I mean, sometimes you got to stand up for yourselves, but I mean, Jack Connor needs to stand up for himself because he is getting manhandled. Men of Honor are making fresh and frequent tags, keeping the astute man in the ring. I mean, they've even got the knee pads pulled off of O'Connor, for Christ's sake. But that's honorable. That's honorable right there. That's technique.
That's intelligent.
That's a fight. And this isn't fighting. It's supposed to be wrestling.
And how was that honorable? That was the lower nether regions.
Right, the lower nether regions. Still legal.
And he's not trying to go for a figure 4, right?
No.
Step over toe hold. Sterling still works the knee. Jamming Jack, reeling in pain.
This is a great strategy by Mr. Sterling and Dante on the fly. They saw that Jack Connor's knee buckled off that
Right
top
to the
rope.
eyes. Here's a
Small
cover.
package.
1, 2. A small package. Nicely done by Jack Connor.
Gotta give it up to him. That was a good move. That was a good reversal. But
And Sterling.
it's futile in the end because he can't stay on his feet.
Jack Connor is in the wrong side of the ring. Still reeling in pain. Jack Connor can't even get across the ring.
Well, if the referee was doing his job, he would check, like he's doing now, he'd check on him. And if he wants to stay in the match,
Going for a Polish hammer. And a modified bulldog by Jack Connor gets Sterling down. Jack Connor needs to make a tag here. Look at Ricky Medeiros in the corner. He is begging for a tag.
Men of Honor have to do the smart thing here and not let him get to that rope because we have a fresh Ricky Medeiros ready to come in.
And a tag mate to Dante, tag mate to Ricky Medeiros. Here we go. Medeiros with a one-legged drop kick takes down Dante. Now he kicks Sterling. Going for a tornado DDT. Nails it. Beautifully done. Taking down Dante on the knee. Ricky Medeiros, nice plancha. And that's exactly what Men of Honor didn't want to do, get the fresh guy in the ring. Medeiros climbing to the top rope. Jack Connor takes down Sterling in front of us. And hanging up Medeiros now in the tree of woe.
I don't know if you noticed that, but it looked like Connor landed on that knee outside.
Oh, hey, it's my guys.
Well,
It's my guys. They're selling the Gorilla Press.
we have a match going on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
what's
the
happening?
very first issue of WBEX's Gorilla Press.
This is ridiculous. We have a match going on. This is not the time to be selling this.
Well, what? They're just trying to do their job and get them passed out.
And besides, I mean, there's news and happenings going on here at Renegade. That's what this is all about, man.
The news and happenings is what's going on in the ring right now. The match.
Speaking of in the ring, Jack Connor, he nails the drop kick, and there's a cover. Both men cover. 1, 2, 3. They did it. They beat Men of Honor.
That's unbelievable. Jack Connor, who wasn't the legal man, comes off the top rope, and they both pin Dante?
Well, technically speaking, Ricky Medeiros had the pin as he was on top of both Connor and Dante.
So you see no problem with that, with what just happened? The distraction outside of the ring with these newspapers, the Gorilla Press being handed out in the middle of a match, and
Look,
Jack Connor
it's
comes
not
off the
my
top
fault
rope.
that Joe sent them out this time. They're doing their job.
Doing their job or not, this is a big loss for Men of Honor here.
And this is a big win for both
Steve
Ricky.
Mosher has one. That's fantastic. I see that what? And now they're going after Mosher.
I would be just as mad if I were Dante right now. They had the win in their hands. They had the entire match in the palm of their hands, and it gets taken away from them at the very end there.
All right, Dante.
We're trying to be reporters here.
It's a newsletter.
I'm gonna take a step back here. I'm gonna take a step back.
That's all it is.
RWA newsletter.
It's an RWA newsletter. That's all it is.
I know where you're coming from, Dante. I feel
I
you.
didn't
This
know
is-
that they were going to come out at that
Look, guys,
point.
That is not honorable. You can't do underhanded stuff like that.
It wasn't I didn't.
What's honorable about kicking a guy in the dick during a wrestling match, guys?
I understand where he's coming from. Constant disrespect. I understand where Mr. Sterling's coming from. There's no honor in a distraction outside of the ring.
It wasn't intended to be a distraction.
I understand. Yeah, you have.
Well,
Oh, great. Now we all have detention. Are you happy? We all have detention. Great. I didn't even do anything, and I have detention.
I don't know about you, Charles Wolf, but as soon as this show's over, I'm not staying after for detention. I'm going to get a brew at Trinity.
12 years of school, and never once did I get detention, and now I get detention.
You only went to school for 12 years, no college?
I didn't get.
What are you, a fucking
You don't
burnout?
get detention in college. If you had ever gone, you would know that.
I've been to college. I still go to college.
Oh, what's it been? 15 years?
I've been going part-time. It's never too late. Nonetheless, Men of Honor are irate, and I mean, really, once again, they're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's just a matter of getting the news out to the people. Why? Because the people have a right to know.
My issue is there's a time and a place, and clearly this is being done to give a distraction on some in one way or another, and I don't know. Not honorable. Not an honorable way to win that.
Well, folks, we have reached the midpoint of, actually, we're past the midpoint of tonight's episode of RWA's Hype TV. We're still here at the Chop Shop, and we are going to get the next match underway. I believe we're just going to take a quick 30-second commercial break, tell you about the throwdown and all of the happenings that's going on for the rest of this year. We'll be right back, folks.